أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد صدق الله عظيم. This is the Black Pot aka Kukushunamo. And we pray for the power of the Almighty to come down on us so that we'll be able to cut and go through in the black pot where we speak truth to power. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and anytime this black pot sits on the fire, there is something sumptuous cooking. Today, we are going to serve you with the delicacies that you have longed for. This is the black pot where we speak truth to power. Remember, we don't normally criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only criticize to build and not to destroy. Yes, it's all in the service of God and country. And of course, it's all about the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. Come along. Now, the very first thing I would like to look at today is entitled Paul Adumochri, the Great Termite, declared persona non grata. Now, for some time now, Paul Adumochri has been trending. And of course, the news about the Asogli state has also been, you know, like a wild bushfire, including Togbe Afedi, the 14th. Who is Paul Adumochri? Of course, he's a journalist. Everybody knows that. He's also a politician. Some people call him a stomach journalist. But we're going to reserve that for the time being. Some other people call him a pocket lawyer. And you know who a pocket lawyer is. A pocket lawyer is somebody who has no training in law, but bullies people with law terminologies and the rest. I don't think Paul Adumochri is a pocket lawyer. You see? Yes, as I said some time ago, for some time now, he's been trying to pass his law exam. I believe by now he has, because he's a brilliant guy. I love his wits. True. Yes, his nemesis, I don't know if I'm right to call him his nemesis, Adekleg, said the other day that when he failed his law exam, he availed himself to teach him the basic tenets of passing his exam. I don't know if from that time he was able to retake those papers and pass. But in this country, we look too much at degrees and all that, and we use those to bully people. That is why I am not a degree kind of person. It's all about what is here, true or false. And Adumochri has it, right? Admire him. He's been doing his show for the past 20 years, and people love his show. And he's been one of those on top when it comes to current affairs on TV, true or false. Yes, you might love him, you might hate him, but you cannot take away what he has in his head. You might call him all kinds of names like stomach journalist, whatever. Some of those I believe in, yes. But what did he do to incur the wrath of the people of Asogli, led by the great king? Yes, Togbe Afedi, the 14th. That is the great Agbogbo Mefia of the Asogli state. I love this man. Lord God have mercy. We need people like this. Look, he's a rich man, yet when you look at him, you will think that he is a beggar. No, he's not. Look at him here. You might even think that, oh, this man has nothing in his pockets, but he owns the airline known as AWA, AWA. AWA has grown from strength to strength. AWA now flies international. At the same time, that is the most formidable airline in Ghana, owned by a Ghanaian. Now listen, when he was doing test flying, you know where he flew his plane to? For the first time, the Volta region. Oh, and landed there, and everybody shouted, what? Hey, who did you? Oh, who did you? Oh, Togbi Afede the 14th made his people see a plane for the very first time landing on their land. That's Togbi Afede. He's also the owner of the Asogli power plant, which gives power to so many different people. He's a crazy philanthropist. He gives money as if he cuts money himself. This is a man who is a guru when it comes to the finances that we all have fallen short in. My brother, my sister, he was one of the founders of the data bank, alongside Ken Ofori-Atta and the rest. So they cannot tell him anything about economics. This man is the Adam Smith of Ghana. He's respected. Look, somebody would have said that, with a man like this, and with the amount of knowledge he has in his head, especially that he went to Yale University, oh my God, he will not be a traditional ruler. But when it comes to representing his people traditionally, he does it to the zenith. He does it to the core. He does it in total. Can I get deeper? This Togbi Afede the 14th. Come along with me, brethren. Let me tell you more. Now, hear what happened now. Hear me. Hear me, hear me, hear me. Hey, Togbi Afede the 14th. I hear the name is Afede. Forgive me if I slip sometimes. Powerful name like that, especially his title, the Agbomefia of Asogli Dodo. Hear me now, my brother. Paul Adumochiri bit more than he could chew when he talked about this man, how he didn't attend meetings regularly. He only attended how much percent of the meetings. He only organized what amount of meetings when he was actually the president of the Council of State. What is the Council of State? It's supposed to be that entity, my brother, my sister, put together by the people of this country so that they would advise the president and advise the nation. So it's a counseling department of the nation. But it has lost its fiber. It has lost its luster. Hear me now. Listen, when it comes to the Council of State, it is only a conduit pipe to ex gratia. It is a special vehicle for ex gratia. People going to sit down there and lazy about, and at the end of the day, they give them hefty sums of money called ex gratia. A country that is so poor, it is only able to pay its top class, and the people who truly need the money are trampled on by the elephants. Hear me now, brethren. Togbi Afede has rewritten history. He returned the so-called ex gratia, close to 400,000 Ghana cedis. My brother, my sister, that is about how much? That is about how much in dollars? Divide that by 8. My brother, my sister, you might get about $50,000, right? He returned that and said, I'm not interested. I only worked as a part-time patriot. I believe that ex gratia should go to people who work full-time and are focused. I worked as a patriot, a part-timer. And Paul Adumochiri couldn't understand it. He said, but this man, he was taking salary. He even wrote that he was coming all the way from the Volta region when he's actually based in Accra. Togbi didn't like it. His people saw him in a bad light. This is a philanthropist who is lying that he's coming from the Volta region, when he's actually based in Accra. So he could take government money, small money, what they call TNT, transport. Togbi didn't like it, and some other things. We won't go too much into it. For this matter, Paul Adumochiri went out. Come along. Paul Adumochiri went out, and then he teased out some information. He got some information which he calls facts. To ascertain exactly what he meant by Togbi was a truant at the meetings of the State Council of State. And Togbi didn't want it. Togbi realized that, no, this guy is not speaking the truth. Now, Paul Adumochiri also went out to say that, listen, I am unable to criticize the president, Nana Akufo-Addo, because I have access to him. And if there's anything to say to him, I'll walk to him and tell him. And then we were beginning to wonder, so he doesn't have the access to Togbi Afede or what? A man who paid your school fees. At a point, a man Who gave you your skirt and blouse at the time that you were getting wedded to your wife in 2005? Hey, and the same time, the same man that you used to communicate with every now and then, what broke the camel's back in terms of your communication and your relationship? Or have you found some new hands that are feeding you, so you have beaten off the old hands? But Togbe Afede has a lot of supporters, and one of them is Ben Doche Malo, a former BBC journalist. And also, oh my God, he was a presidential spokesperson in the days of John Dramani Mahama and even beyond. He's a man I love. I listen to him on BBC with that solid voice, beautiful voice, quick to apologize. But look at the vitriol he's spitting out against Paul Adumochri. He says, ungrateful moron. Hey! Where is the Oxford Dictionary? What's the meaning of a moron? Who is a moron? A moron is a stupid idiot with no sense at all. Some idiots have little sense. Some fools have a little bit of sense. But a moron is an imbecile. A moron is somebody who has no brain. Not even the minutest. Hey, why would Ben Doche Malo spit this vitriol at Paul Adumochri? He must have been touched at the wrong side. And that is Ben Doche Malo, former BBC journalist. He's seen it all. My brother, my sister, Paul Adumochri has probably stepped on a cobra, and the cobra just turned back and is about to strike him. The people of Asogli have described him as a termite. A termite that eats the roots so that the tree can fall. They call him a persona non grata. What are they going to do next? Many people have asked, if this was another chief, could you have called him a truant? Could you have called him a hypocrite? Could you have called him names? And some people have started reading tribalistic underpinnings into that. My brother, my sister, but as it stands right now, Paul Adumochri is in hot waters. If I were you, I would just speak with the Agbogbo Mafia of the Asogli state and say that, you know what, I could have handled it better. Please let it go. Forgive me. I'm still your little boy, so grateful. But I just derailed a little. Can you bring me back on my rails? Hey, the Bible says what? That a soft answer repels rancor and bitterness. That's the little wisdom I would like to share with you. But as it stands right now, Paul Adumochri is that persona non grata. And you see, when people have their people in government, they think that they are so protected. They only get to realize that their protection is a fleeting illusion when these people start getting out of government. I wonder how you would feel, Paul, when your government is out of power. I am not advocating that people should not speak their mind. But you can speak your... I don't think there's anybody in Ghana who has spoken his mind more than Black Rasta. But when you are one-sided, you see the truth, yet you hide it, then you make enemies for yourself. And at the end of the day, brethren, it might be sad that some people have intentionally stepped on the toes of others and they knew they were hurting them and never turned around to say, I'm sorry. When there's an opportunity for them to step on your toes, they will not only step on your toes, they will cut off your toes. To Paul Adumochri, with all love and respect, you know that I mean well, right? And I come well. Embrace the little wisdom so that you will not be called an moron. It's not a good thing. Dash it away. Make we deal with the next one. Now, my brother, my sister, do we have a council of state in Ghana? I think we have a council of idiots. Council of idiots. Hey, they have degraded that council to the level of idiots. And I am angered. Hey, my brother, in some countries, the Council of State is so powerful. In some countries, it's as powerful as the president. But in our country, the Council of State is selected by who is in power and is controlled by who is in power. It's almost like bringing them in so that they will give them retirement benefits, like our old leaders all over the place. My brother, my sister, after 4 years, another government comes in and the Council of State ceases to exist. Another group comes in. How do you call this a Council of State? It's a council of idiots. It's a council of sycophants. It's a council of non-entities. It's a council of morons. Should I prove to you? Hey, there's a guy called Eli Plim Kwabla Apetogo. Should I mention that name again? Dr. Eli Plim. Hey, Kwabla Apetogo. This name can raise the dead. Eli Plim Kwabla Apetogo. What a name. That name has no Jonathan in it. It has no Jeff in it. It has no Kingsley in it. It has no Mary in it. It has no Deborah in it. It is a solid name like the Asoli State. Powerful name. These are the names I love. Not names of dead rapists. Criminal-minded rapists. And the so-called Christian names that are not Christian names at all. You are called Samuel and you say that, oh, that's a Christian name. Which dictionary of the Christian names? Which one? You are called John. No wonder in Ghana, if you are called John, it means there, I will know. Hey, this guy is with the CIPD, the Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development. Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development. That's him. Mr. Apetogo, better still Dr. Apetogo. He wrote a letter, my brother, my sister, to the Council of State, begging the Council of State via our instruments, the right to information, RTI. Please, can you supply us with the attendance register, attendance records of Togbi and other people as the Council of State members? We want to see, because Paul was able to get one. We want to verify if it is true. This is the letter they wrote to. And this was written by the man I just mentioned, Dr. Eli Plim Kwabla Apetogo. My brother, my sister. And what did the Council of State or the Council of Idiots write? What was the response? Hey, the response, the response. Watch the response. Bring the response. And you will see that it has the state stamp on it. That's it. Exactly. Come along, come along, come along. Hear me. Now watch it. And what is the Council of State saying? And it's written by one Blay. And Blay says, yes, you have asked for information. And we are supposed to give you the information. But we have given the information already to another public entity known as Metro TV. Go to Metro TV and get it. Are you crazy? Are your brains working? You are telling me that writing to you to ask you for information, as has been regulated by our laws and order in this country, you have given it to one man. So I should go to that one man and get. How about if that one man fakes it? How about if that one man corrupts it? You see the Council of Idiots. And this guy is sitting there. Look at the arrogance. Now, if you have an arrogant president, all the people that he appoints are as arrogant as this man. That's why when I tell you things you don't want to believe. You think that sometimes we are too vitriolic. We have a president who is more arrogant than Satan. And when we say it, people have a problem with that. Can you believe this? A letter has been written to you, and look at the headlines, brethren. Go to Metro TV, Council of State to applicant asking for info on Togbe Afedi. We should go to where? The laws, what do they contain? That when we need information, we should go where? We should go to somebody that you've already given the information to. So if 100 people start asking for the same information, what do? The reasonable thing you could have done was to publish that on your website and ask everybody who wants to get that information to go there. Doesn't it make sense? If the public starts asking for a certain kind of information, what prevents you from putting it on your website? Then you have idiots sitting down there in the Council of Idiots playing the buffoonery, being paid with the taxpayers' money and have no respect for the taxpayer. Are you crazy? What's wrong with your brains? What's wrong with your brains? I am so angry. A man writes respectfully to you, and when you give the information, they even pay. We pay for the information that is about us. Give me the information, you tell me you have given it to somebody else. Somebody everybody knows is a propagandist. Somebody who people think is faking the information. You asked me to go to the faker in quotes to get the information. Are you reasonable? When I saw this thing, I couldn't believe it. I told myself, no, this cannot be true. Maybe somebody's trying to play politics with this. But upon checking up, I realized that no, this is not a council of state. It's a council of idiots. It's a council of arrogant people. That is why we are going nowhere. It's a conduit pipe for ex gratia. It is job for the boys. So Blay, several years later, how are you going to explain this to your children? That you sat and he is in charge of the finance and whatever. And this guy is the, look at him. Is that him? No, it doesn't look like him. This looks like Toby Afede. But whoever it is, man, whatever it is, watch me out. Watch me, man. Hey, listen, Blay, whoever you are, you have misbehaved. You have disrespected the people of Asogli. You are a worse enemy than the great termite, the so-called great termite, than the so-called ungrateful moron. You have disrespected Toby Afede. If I were you, I'll carry a red goat, a black goat, and a white goat, and some camels and horses to go there and beg the people of Asogli. After that, you come and deal with the people of Ghana for being arrogant and this idiotic. How could you do this? Do we have a council of state? Look, a proper council of state should be empowered. It should not be a council of state that is put together by the government. Hey, a council of state should stay there. And there the council members should be able to decide who should come in again, who should leave, and all that. Or a group of people should be put together. You understand? How would the members be even put to... look, people from different parts of Ghana should elect one person to be part of the Council of State. Am I right? My brother, my sister, as it stands right now, Blay, whoever you are, I am so sad that you have been able to do this to the people of Asogli, to Dr. Elikplim Kwabla Apetobo, and of course, to the people of Ghana. I hope you are able to make some amends. Until then, to God be the glory. Now, my brother, my sister, I have a quote for idiots. I have a quote meant for idiots. When I return, I will be looking at a policeman in a ganja chase. Policeman who had marijuana and was running away. And what happened? I will also be looking at, hey, Ghanaians are refusing to come home from Ukraine. Why? And the Commander Sugar Factory, did they fake the sugar? Hey, Shatawale is also in the news. Hey. Whoa! This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodomo, where we speak truth to power. We are in the sense of God and country, and we are live on Pan-African TV, live on Loud Silence TV, live on Ghana Web TV. We are also live on our own TV, Black Empire TV. We are also live right there on YouTube on Black Empire Media, and our Black is spelled B-L-A-K-K. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Hey, if you want real truth to power, devoid of politics, full of objectivity, sentimental, and that sentimentalism, my brother, my sister, is nothing but patriotism. We don't do politics. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo. Yes, our country was fought for and gained by geniuses, but it's now run by idiots and morons. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Now, the next thing we would have to look at is what I've entitled Policeman in Ganja Chase Hacked Down. Policeman in Ganja Chase hacked down. What is ganja? Some people call it Ntampe. In Takrade, we call it Ntampio. Hey, when you go to the Volta region, they call it Bekwi. When you go to Nigeria, they call it Kai Kai. And when you go to other places of the world, they call it weed. Others call it marijuana. Those who don't know how to pronounce, say marijuana. Hey, some other people call it marijuango. But the Rasta man calls it ganja. Yes, there's a bird in Cuba called ganja. But the real Rasta men call it herb. As Peter Tosh will say. 2 policemen promoted for arresting colleague possessing weed. In Ghana, we say we. Tampe. Hey! We have been so prejudiced in our society that every Rastaman on the street is a weed smoker. Yet, the people who truly use weed are not Rastamen. They are bald heads. Look at the story. Come along, brethren. Come along, come along. Hey, now look at it. Agbeko has been nabbed for allegedly carrying narcotic drugs suspected to be marijuana, commonly known as weed. The 36-year-old who was stationed at FPU Tesano Accra was driving his own blue-black Toyota Corolla with registration number GC blah 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 blah, and carried some dried leaves suspected to be Indian hemp. Now, the above mentioned police officer was transporting the suspected Indian hemp from the Volta region direction, you know, going all the way to wherever, and was stopped by the police. Police stopped him. He refused to stop, and he started speeding. They gave him a hot chase. He crashed his car, fractured his hand, and the police arrested him. He was fully wearing the police uniform at the time that he was apprehended. Look at him. And he was walking about as if he was modeling, as if he had gone bonkers. And he was shouting in the video that this is not for me. I was only sent. Who sent you? The IGP? Who sent you with weed? Is it the ASP, DSP, DCOP? What is it? Now you guys say weed is bad. For that matter, you are beating Rasta men and Rasta women in the ghettos, slapping them left, right, and center. We heard that you've legalized some variant of marijuana. Up till now, we are waiting to hear you come out cleanly. We are hearing that some people are even getting licenses behind doors. Yet the real people who need it and fought for it, they are not getting licenses to plant marijuana right here in Ghana. The hemp. Now police people are carrying it all over the place. Just 2 weeks ago, there was another policeman in the ghetto blazing and smoking marijuana with the other people. And we hear that he will smoke with them and go behind them, call the police on them to raid them, and the rest is history. Today, my brother, my sister, Agbeko, whose full name is Lochu Agbeko, with police registration number 45638G/SGT. He's a sergeant, 36-year-old, has been apprehended. And what has the IGP said? IGP has written a beautiful letter on behalf of the police, and that's it. The two people who apprehended the police officer have been promoted, because it's not easy to arrest a fellow policeman. It's not easy to arrest a fellow policeman who is a criminal. My brother, my sister, we hear several packs of dried leaves suspected to be marijuana. But interestingly, can I ask a question? Now that this man has been arrested, we are told that the dried leaves are going to be sent to the lab to be tested. If it comes out that it's not marijuana, would they still promote the two policemen? I think they should. They have arrested their colleague. That enough is a solid act. But if you ask me, if people should be arrested for marijuana possession, that is another conversation. No. For me, marijuana should be legalized. For me, we can make money out of marijuana like other countries are making. For me, the countries we run around to begging them for money and so on and so forth, who have legalized marijuana, are not any better than us. All we need to do is to put on our thinking caps, is to rewire our brains and make sure that marijuana is totally commercialized in this country. All we need will be the checks. Same policemen, policewomen can come in and help. But the IGP is a very good friend of mine. I love him. IGP Dr. Dampare. I know you watch this program because you like it. You love your firebrand brethren. IGP, hear me. Let me bring your attention to another group of policemen who did a yeoman's job. In fact, they arrested a hardened armed robber criminal. Hardened armed robber criminal. That's him. They arrested him. And this guy there is called Dominic Bimba. He came all the way from Togo. He used to come from Togo, come into Ghana through the Volta region, rob and kill people. The last time he killed a pregnant woman and stole everything. In fact, IGP, why this story is very interesting is that on the day that this guy was arrested, he was sitting with a policeman in a car, coming all the way from the Volta regional Flower area, entering through Dawa and all those areas. And then the police people stopped the car. In fact, the arms and ammunition department, they stopped the car and said, oh, we are here to find out if you have any weapons and blah, blah. The police will respectfully tell you. Now, other policeman sitting on the side said, oh, your colleague is here. It's okay. Everything is okay. I said, oh, yeah. We know that you are our colleague, but this other person, are you sure it's okay? Oh, it's okay. No, let's look at him. The police have a way of seeing, some suspicion in suspects. So they started searching Bimba. And he had these pistols on him too, and several rounds of ammunition. They took him to his house, where he was hiding just around the area, and found more weapons and so much money. When he was arrested, Liberia called the police to report this guy, the number of people he had robbed and killed in Liberia. As if that was not enough, Benin also called, Nigeria called. So this is a hardened criminal who people claim has juju, can appear and disappear. But 4 police officers were able to arrest this guy. And when he was arrested, he has been jailed. He's in one of the jail houses here. This man, only God knows how many more people would have fallen victim to him. At this juncture, IGP, with all respect, Chief Inspector Keme was the man who ran the operation that day, alongside his boys, DSP Samson Asika, Last Corporal Natehio, Sergeant Dofia. These were the people. Some of those names are difficult for me to pronounce. I come from far. Chief Inspector Keme DSP Samson Esika, Lance Corporal Natehio, Sergeant Dofia. These were the people who arrested this guy. What happened to the policeman who was sitting with this guy? I think these people also deserve a certain level of promotion. The police are so frustrated these days. They don't get promotion. If we have been able to get the ganja policeman arrested by 2 brave soldiers, we should clap. Same way what is good for the goose must be good for the gander. Yesterday when it was raining, I saw a female police woman standing around, what's the area there? Shiashi area there, wearing, you know, some raincoat and then dealing some beautiful shape standing there. Unfortunately, I couldn't get her name. Ghana police is beginning to show more of the Ghana police we knew in the past. And IGP, I think this should continue so that the bad name that it started getting recently can all die. That, hey, this is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. When I return, Wayo!
Luxury home. It's a beauty place for every woman. We do braids, wave caps, weave-ons, nails, pedicure, manicure, waxing, massages. We do everything concerning beauty. So if any lady is thinking about beauty, I believe this is the right place for you to be. Nail training here. We do braids training, we do wave caps installation, we do waxing. I mean, anything that we do, the services that we render here, we also train people. So if you want to be a master in nails, if you want to be a professional nail technician, this is the right place for you to be. We will train you and make sure you are a professional, not just any nail tech. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we train you to be your own boss. We have international trainers who train you to fit in anywhere in the world. We have our one-man training, and we also have 2 weeks. It's between 2 weeks to 1 month, depending on the individual. Whatever you want, we give it to you. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we give you quality yet affordable. So come and get trained and be your own boss.
So sorry.
Oh, Doc. Yes, I know, Doc. I want to know your thing. When that's why she I've said to Anton Yama, no, see the young young cook. So your stomach was up, said the young heartburn, so I be count. And then cry, and meaning said if you be forcing a, I don't know.
Test results nature say when you malaria when the moji.
Yeah, 3D.
Yes, malaria. Nani yem no so we no here. Tinatet tomac and a tinatet malake. Famano nano ho betono.
Malake, anything at Tumac. I'm on my free.
Tinatet Malake, Eyama Ubia Wenya malaria fever, and a Tinatet Tomac mixture, Eyama Ubia Wenya indigestion. Yenshishe Momus Wenya malaria and sign a wafa edri. Not recommended for children below 12 years. Pregnant or lactating mothers should consult a doctor.
Diana Wright, first of all, is a Jamaican. Yes, I'm a Jamaican. I was born in a little parish, a beautiful little parish called Clarendon, outside of Kingston. Everybody knows Kingston, but Clarendon is where I come from. I am a singer, I am an author, I am a songwriter, I am a poetess, and I am an actress. Right, I do the whole. I've been doing this for many years, and so basically that's who I am. I'm anything art, everything art. That's me. You think art and you think Diana. Yeah. I do reggae music. I do inspirational music. I do cultural music. I do gospel, if you call it gospel. You know, I just do uplifting, clean music. Even the 12-year-old can listen to it. You know, or the adult, if you feel like it needs some motivation or so. The kind of music I do will really, you know, motivate you, and that's basically what I do, reggae predominantly. Okay, so the inspiration behind Bed of Roses is this. I actually, you know, bad to bad, as we say in Jamaica, there's that little stigma that has always been going on that, you know, most men are not good men, and you don't really have good men, especially like if they're poor and they can't take care of you. Women have 2 hands and 2 feet too, so you're crippled, you know. You don't necessarily need somebody to take care of you. What you need is a man with a good heart who loves you and who will work with you so you can build an empire. So Bed of Roses is really in the defense of men, and so also to really rewrite the narrative that if a man is poor, he can't take care of and that is not good. It's not good for you, which is a lie. You understand? So there are lots of men out there who don't have a lot of money, but they are good and upright men. You know, they just want someone to work with them and someone to motivate them. And so that song was really, you know, to celebrate good men who don't necessarily have a lot of money.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, the GMO in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation when a Sunday.
Bed of Roses is available to the public on our platform called 16 Bars Multimedia. So on the website it will be that 16BARS M as in Mary.com. So that is 16barsmm.com. Definitely. I am available for live performances any day of the week. So you can contact me on, first of all, you can reach out to me on my Instagram as Empress Diana, and my Diana has 2 N's, so that's Empress, which is DIANNA, so that's Empress Diana, that's my IG. And also you can also, you know, send me a link or something on our YouTube. Our YouTube is the same name of our website, 16 Bars Multimedia. We have lots of work there. You can reach us there, and also you can reach us at 16barsmm@outlook.com. So that is 16. This time it's the word all spelled out. 16barsmm@outlook.com. And if you choose, when you go on our website, which is the same 16barsmm.com, you can go to the contact page and send us a message. You understand? And usually we respond within a couple of hours. All right. So that's basically it, and I'm sure at the end of this you will have a number somewhere to contact us. All right. So that's it. That's what I do, and you know, keep the music locked. Yes, I bless.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, Lord GMO in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation.
Yes, Mama, ready. And you may I can't cancel no. You be my sister Paulina and a day after.
You may I can't cancel no. You better free. Abus chapter.
Hey, babe. Sister Paulina, we're reading glasses here in Hebrews.
Hey, madam.
Tina tet Hayan Herbal Capsule. A drawing Tina Berwat semi. Me ready a mention glasses. Obroni Bessie. See clear.
Hey, no crow. Tina tet Hayan Herbal Capsules. A full supplement for good vision and not recommended for children below 12 years, asthmatic patients, pregnant and breastfeeding mothers.
A drawing baby atwa. Got Tina tet Herbal Shop. Hey, now wait. Tina tet Hayan.
See clear.
Skipper George. Blackpot. Kokusho. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. My name, Black Rasta. Come on, brethren. Now, the next thing we'll look at is Ghanaian students refusing to return. Ghanaian people refusing to return from Ukraine. Ghanaian people refusing to return from Ukraine. You remember the Ukrainian-Russian war is still ongoing. The invasion of Ukraine by Russia. Now China wants to support Russia with security. Are we heading towards a world war? America, England, and the rest are supporting Ukraine. Africans are also beginning to align with either countries. My brother, my sister, Ghanaians in the war-torn areas are refusing to come home. Watch this. Russia-Ukraine war. Majority of Ghanaians unwilling to return home. And this is Ayoko Bochi. And who is she? Minister for, Foreign Affairs. That's it. And that's it. Hey, this woman a couple of days ago came and told the whole Ghana that the Ghana card is not a passport. Bawumia told everybody in Ghana that it's a passport. The people are not even united. They don't know what they are about. They cannot defend the lies that they spew every now and then. So Bawumia has become Bawalaya. Bawumia has become a liar. And it hurts me that my own brother has reduced himself to that level via politics. If I were him, the little splinter of respect I have left, I will keep it and stay away from this nonsense. But why are Ghanaians refusing to come home? Come along, hear me. Listen, listen. Why should they come home? Where are they going to sleep? The cathedral? When they come, what job are they going to do? Are they going to have babies that will not have incubators to sleep in at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital? Do they want to come back to a country that gets flooded with the slightest rain? Korle Bu just got flooded. There are rotten corpses all over the morgue in Korle Bu. Are you human beings? We are Nipa. Why? My brother, my sister, the motorway, they said pass of it gone bad. So they are fixing it. They haven't finished a whole lot of noise. Traffic. A great mind built the motorway. We are living in a country that is on the brink of collapse. We love our country. That is why we speak out so that things can be fixed. And of course, we are getting somewhere. We are getting results. Ghanaians are refusing to return to their own motherland. They prefer being in countries where bombs wake them up every second. They prefer being in countries where gunshots are heard every second. to coming to live in a very peaceful country that is full of the deceitful leaders. Dash it away, make we deal with the next thing. Now the next thing is Commander Sugar Factory. Mohammed's white elephant. It's a question. They built the Commander Sugar Factory. They got a loan from India. They built it. Just when they were going for the elections in 2016. In fact, Mahama thought that it was going to help him win the elections. But we were fed up with him. So much corruption. So we didn't want Mahama. We all went and voted for the Nana Akufo-Addo, the new Messiah. We didn't know he had promised God a cathedral that he was going to squeeze our necks to pay for. And then they told us that, in fact, the Commander Sugar Factory had started making sugar. And on TV, they showed us some sugar that was made from the Commander Sugar Factory. Today, Kingsley Carlos Ahinkra, who is an MP in the Tema area there. Remember, he was also a deputy minister of state. Then he went and chewed paper like a goat at the Parliament House. You remember? His pot belly was punched several times. It's the same Carlos Ahinkra, my brother, my sister, who went to the polling station whilst he was COVID positive. At the time, COVID was so mystified, shaking hands with people left, right, and center, and that attracted the rancor, the anger of the president, and he had to take him out of the ministry. He's still working in the ministry. I said, what? He's still in that ministry, not as a minister, a deputy minister, but still as a minister. My brother, my sister, in this country, they claim to demote you, but it's actually a promotion. Carlos Ahinkra has spoken, and what has he said? Watch. Commander Sugar Factory could not have produced raw sugar. That's Carlos Ahinkra. And when you read, it says the chairman of the Trade and Industry Committee of Parliament, Carlos Ahinkra, Kingsley Carlos Ahinkra, has said the Commander Sugar Factory could not have produced raw sugar. Why? So what about the sugar that they showed us during the NDC era? That, oh, this factory had produced sugar. According to this story, 37 important equipment that were supposed to be part of this were not part of it, and for that matter, no sugar could ever be produced without the 37 equipment. Right? So what happened to the sugar that was shown to us? Carlos Ahinkra says that that sugar was brought in. They brought it from the market to lie to Ghanaians that, hey, watch, we have produced the first sugar from the Commander Sugar Factory. Hear me. Come along. Come along. My brother, if this is true, we have to be careful. If this is true, we have to be careful. Can we go into this investigation? Where is the special prosecutor? I know your office is ill-equipped, ill-resourced. I know you were handpicked by the president. But I think that you'll be able to stand on your own and work. Can we investigate this? If this is true, somebody must be punished. You can't take the people for granted. You put up a factory, come and lie to us that, oh, this is a sugar produced from this factory. When you actually bought the sugar from Makola Market, you take it and show. Are you fooling Ghanaians? I am so serious about this, brethren. We need to go to the bottom of this issue. If this allegation by Carlos Ahinkra is true, somebody must suffer. Why did you do that? You take the Ghanaian for a fool? Or what? Special prosecutor, please get into this. This hinges on corruption. We need to see what the truth is. In the interim, this is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo. Hey! Hear me now. Dancehall king in a whole Ghana. Dancehall king in a whole Ghana. Dancehall king in a whole Ghana. You know who we are talking about? Shatta Wale. Niyama. That's him. Now, is Shatta Wale battered or shattered? Is he desperate? Shatta Wale is so angry. Why is he angry? He's angry that people are comparing him to other artists and watch it. Ghana Web, I am bigger than your Sarkodie and others. Stop comparing me. Stop comparing us. Shatta Wale once with a big cigar in his mouth. Hollywood superstar. This picture looks like a gangster in a movie. You know? Yeah, and this gangster has no mercy. Now you don't want to be compared. You don't want to be compared. Yet you say you are better than everybody. You have already done the comparison. My brother, you see how painful it is when you are in the limelight and disregard everybody. When your light starts dimming, then you start catching popo bli. You start getting techy. You see? You see? Now you are better than Sarkodie, better than Stonebwoy, better than Black Hole Sheriff, better than Yapono. My brother, I don't know about that. Hey, Stonebwoy is going around playing big festivals. Show me one festival you have played. You play local concerts around. Local champion, what they call you don't like it. You see how it is. When you are in the limelight, remember to help people. The few boys you brought around you that you are going to support, you wanted them to worship you, one dawn. When a small problem happened, you seized their cars, insulted their mothers and fathers on radio and TV. You don't respect anybody. Say, well, your car won't say no. There be no be. Garia menu, nako hime. Who will be say who will near what dear we are free. Now who moko dia oh best on so. I'm so happy about this. You see, when people behave like the Almighty, I am glad to see them humbled. Anyway, you still have a way to support yourself. Hear me? France would always compare artists. Same way, Ghanaians would always compare presidents and leaders. The game of comparison would never end. Shatta Wale could have said it better. Hey, don't compare us. We are brothers and we are all good in so many different fields. That's how a mature person speaks. But Sarkodie, I'm better than Sarkodie. Samini kwasiafuano. Hey! Apart from you are better than them, they are all kwasiafuo. You see what frustration has done to you? You see? You see? You have no respect for any artist. It is about you and you alone. My word of advice or my suggestion to you is all about times and seasons. When is your season? Ucha mokonu kakra. Maunyonku kakra. Ucha bisino so. Na wa maunyonku kakra. Ebedu time bino. Umoko no. Ebia enso. Enso sote se senya esono. Obisu be twane die. Ebia mokwa odi mano no. Siso no. Obedua kakra. Nidia no so a. Na onu so abre will be. Sana ye no hand go hand come. But still, you have some followers. You understand? You have some followers. Stop looking down on artists. Together we stand, divided we fall. Whoa!